Hey guys, it's Storm here. Today I'm going to be giving you all a story time as I have no real good content on this channel, if any half decent content at all. I'm recording this off my Mac. I am in my lounge room with standard lights. I have no lighting. I don't have a decent camera. This is my first time editing a video, so I don't know how this is going to go. Normally I record them off my phone in one go with pauses in between, like little bits and stuff. But yeah, this is going to be like a story time about how I almost died the other day. Like, I so easily could have been killed, and it's not even a joke. It's so bad. Alright? Alright. So, the other day, I was sitting at... Okay, I live in Sydney at the moment, and I was on the Central Coast, sitting in my car at my local shopping centre, having a cigarette, just minding my own business, you know, doing what I do. And then it was probably about, I can't remember what time, but it was like maybe close to midnight. And this guy comes up to my car, I see him walking past. And he comes up to my car and he goes, "Hey, can I borrow a smoke?" And I'm like, sure. I just got a new packet, so I'm just like, yeah, here, have one. So I give him a smoke, and then he's like, "Hey, you wouldn't mind driving me up to the club that's up the road?" And I just go, okay, it's like a 2-minute drive up the road. What can it do? And so I get in the car and I start driving, and then he goes, "Oh, so yeah, my friends kind of left me here from drinking." And I'm just like, okay, you were drinking at this shopping centre because you haven't told me where you were drinking previously, and they've supposedly gone to a club. Oh yeah, that sounds believable. Um, so I drove him to this club, but we didn't actually make it to the club. As we were heading, we're probably 200 meters down the road from the club, he turns to me and he goes, "Oh, is it okay if you just drop me home? I just don't think my friends are going to be at the club anymore with my stuff." And at this point, I'm just like, okay, like, what? Why do you want me to drive you home? Home? I'm just, me being a nice person, I can't really say no. So I'm just like, sure, where's your house? And he says, Wyong, which is probably another, I don't know, 15 minutes away from my house. So, I was like, yeah, sure. He asked me to drop him at the club near his house. Like, there's like a golf club with like a KFC across the road and that. So I'm like, if I drop him there and he tries to steal my car, at least it's on camera. So I was like, yeah, sure. So I was driving there. Now, while we were driving, he started to look at me, and then I'd like do these, look at my eyes for a second. I'd be like, do that to make sure he was looking at me, and he was. And as he seen my eyes turn, he'd look out the window, and I'd sit there like, okay, what are you doing? Like, why are you looking at me and looking out the window? That is just weird. Okay. Then he starts chatting to me about something. I can't remember exactly what it was, but he was talking to me. I'm just like, all right, yep, cool. Then he starts playing with the window. I've got electric windows in my car, and he started putting it all the way up and then all the way down, more than once. Like, he was sitting there for a good 10 minutes doing it, and as he was putting it up and down, he'd look at me, and I'd look back out the window every time I'd look at him. So I found that a little bit weird, but sadly, if anything did happen, I wouldn't have been able to grab my phone, as my phone was under my left leg, and my left leg was where he could have easily grabbed my hand to stop me from making a phone call. So I sat there trying to stay calm when my heart was going 100 miles an hour. Like, I was completely like scared of what could happen. So we were driving. He was doing the window thing, looking at me. He then started looking around my car. Like, I'm talking, looking over the back seat, looking like near his feet, like seeing what was on the floor, looking at me more often, looking in the back seat again. I was just like, all right, this dude is not like, I don't know what was wrong with him. He was looking around my car, playing with my window, looking at me. I'm just like, I'm going to die tonight. But I didn't. I'm still here a week later or so. Can't remember exactly how long ago it was. He then we got to near his house, the golf club that he told me to drop him off at, and we were probably maybe 2 minutes away. He goes, "Oh, actually, could you just drop me off at my house?" Actually, I've already said that. I don't know. I think I've already said that and I got distracted with something else. But anyways, he told me to drop him off at his house, and I'm like, sure thing. So I drop him off at his house, and on the way to his house, like, I didn't know where his house was. I thought he was getting me there to take me to kill me or do something in the back streets where no one could see me. I'm like, yeah, sure, where's your house? He's like, oh, it's only a few streets away. And I'm like, okay, good, it's near the main road. That's good. But what he didn't tell me was the streets were going... Okay, like, the main road is going this way. The street he lives on went this way. And he lived at the end of it. So, like, I was driving as far away as I could from the main road. So anyways, I went through this roundabout. And he said, chuck a left. And I'm like, alright, this street is, like, one next to the main road. If I get out and scream or run to someone's house, I'm sweet. Like, no one's going to do anything here. Like, we're too close to the main road. So, yeah, like, hold on. I got in the... I have to cut that bit out if I can. Yeah, so we went through the roundabout. We went through the roundabout. And he then told me to chuck a left. And I'm like, alright. I already said that. Yeah, so I chucked the left, and about maybe 300, 400 meters down the road, he turns to me and goes, alright, turn right here, onto another street, not his driveway. And I'm like, are you serious? Another street? So we turned up this street, and this street, there was no street lights. It was still suburban, but there was just no street lights. It was dark, it was windy, it was hilly. I'm just like, oh, please have your house. There's like a few houses up the street. It was the second to last house on this street, and it felt like this street was never going to end. It kept on going, did not stop, and then eventually he says, hey, drop me at this telegraph pole. And I'm like, okay, there's at least a street light here that I can drop him under. So he opened the door and he was about to get out, and he turned to me and was like, hey, thanks for that. I'm like, oh, okay, like, thank you, like, for letting me drive you, I guess. Like, I was just like, yeah, thanks, like, whatever, like, thanks for the chat and that. There wasn't much talking. And then he went to shake my hand, and I'm like, oh, should I do this? I don't know what to do, so I shook his hand, because I don't normally shake hands. I hate shaking hands. Yeah, so I shook his hand, being the nice guy. And then he gets out of the car and, like, walks. Like, he got out of the grass, and then he, like, walked onto, like, the bit where you park your car, like, at the front of your house or something, like the breakdown lane, I think it's called, something like that. Parked his car there, and I was, like, no, he didn't park his car, I parked my car there, and he started walking in front of my car, like, walking, like, away from my car, but in front of it. And I'm just like, do I wait for you to get in your house, or do I just drive off? So as I was walking, he kind of, like, waved me on to tell me to drive off, and I'm like, okay, cool, I can drive off. I drove off as fast as I could, locked the windows, parked a tiny bit around the corner. There was like a cul-de-sac street near his house. So I pulled up in there and parked in the cul-de-sac for about 10 minutes. And then I drove past. Again, like, I went back to go past his house to go out of the suburb. And he wasn't there, thank God. So I survived that night. Never again am I picking up a hitchhiker. Because that... He wasn't even a hitchhiker, he just asked me for a lift. Like, I don't even know if that's classed as hitchhiking. I don't know, something like that. But, yeah, anyways, I nearly died. Like, yeah, like from now on I pretty much will be driving with a knife in the side of my... Oh, I'm cutting that bit out. I don't want people to know I drive with a knife in my car now. Alright, this is this month's video, however often I post. I'll be posting a lot more if this editing goes well, if I can work it out. Hopefully I can put something together from my cruise that I went on last month. The end of last month, the start of this month, I went on a cruise. And it was bloody amazing. I'm so keen to go back over there. Next month. Wait, no, May. Start of May I'm going back over there for a week. then after that, I got to start, getting settled back in Australia for a little bit, because traveling is just getting too expensive. Even though I've only been to the same place twice, I will have been to the same place twice. But yeah, this is this week's video. Ooh. Okay. Anyways, I'll catch you all later. I'm sorry. So yeah, that's the end of this video. I will I'll edit like a tile into the end of the video with my Snapchat that I made that I don't remember the username to. You can add me on that if you want to or whatever. Yeah. Alright, catch us later.